What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Marcus. Just making a quick update in regards to my sister's graduation. Um, it went surprisingly well, and I'm really excited about that. First and foremost, I'm really proud of my sister. She graduated from college on May 6th, and I didn't even know that she was graduating summa cum laude. The girl is smart. Um, so I mean, I'm just really excited on that. Um, with the family, that really went well. Like I was saying in one of my other videos, um, my mother's side of the family hasn't seen me since 2005. Um, so they missed a whole lot of everything. So, I called my mom like the day before, and she was like, "Okay, well, your grandma's here. You want to talk to her?" And I was like, "Okay, did you talk to her already?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Did she say anything?" She was like, "No, not really." I was like, "Okay." So I talked to grandma, and everything was cool. She was really excited to hear from me. So I made that trip, and I was like, "Okay." Um, so I went down there, and it's funny because what I expected their reaction to be, it wasn't. Um, I actually expected them to make this big uproar and look at me all kinds of crazy, like, what is going on? But it wasn't even like that. My grandma was there, my aunt, uh, two of my uncles came down. Um, and then it was my dad's side of the family they came to. So, you know, my mom's side, they were like, "Oh, it's good to see you," and all this kind of stuff. They didn't even look twice at me. I don't know what the hell my mother said, but it was cool. So, they didn't look at me upside my head. And it's funny because I have been stressing all these years, like, what's going to happen when I see them. It's going to be terrible, especially with my grandma. My grandma, um, well, my grandfather, before he passed, he was a preacher. He was a pastor. So my grandma, she's the preacher's wife. So I just knew it was just going to be terrible. Um, but I got a much better reaction from the side of the family that I was fearing the most, and that was eye opening for me. I did not expect that at all. Um, you know, my dad's side, when I saw them, it was really awkward. Like they gave me this weird look, and they didn't really speak to me unless they really had to, or really acknowledge me, And I felt really awkward. I mean, my cousins were cool. They didn't say anything. They just, they treated me like nothing was different. But there was definitely like this weird vibe from my dad's side. And um, my mom's side was the exact opposite. And again, that's the side of the family that I feared the most. And it meant so much that they took it very well. They didn't, it was like they didn't judge me at all. They were just glad to see me. And I was really glad to see them. I mean, after that awkwardness, um, we sat, we watched my sister graduate, and they were laughing with me and joking with me, and my dad's side was just still real frigid and looking at me kind of crazy. And I'm glad that my mom's side was there because um, I wouldn't have had fun at all. They made that experience for me. Um, so I mean, it was great. My grandma was like, it's really good to see you, and call me sometimes. Love, I love you, and all this kind of stuff. And it felt really good, and I'm glad that part is over with because I feel like that was one thing that was really kind of holding me back from making even more progress with where I'm going and what I'm doing and things like that. I mean, everybody knows now, so there's nothing to hide. There's nothing really stopping me but me from progressing more, and my laziness. I've been real slack on a whole bunch of stuff. Um, I would say the only like crazy awkward moment was like I was standing in line waiting for the stadium or whatever to open up, and I went around the corner to smoke a cigarette. And as soon as I get around the corner, I light my cigarette. I'm smoking on it. And my mom and my grandma, the one that I haven't seen in 5, 6 years since 2005, come around the corner and they catch me smoking, and I'm like, damn it, man. It was really like a high school moment. Like I got caught doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm a grown man. I can buy these, but you just don't really want to get caught by your mom and your grandma smoking a cigarette when, well, I told my mom that I quit, but I started back up. You know, I'm working on quitting. That's beside the point. But all in all, the experience was great. I'm really, really excited. And I actually feel more of a connection with this other side of the family that I had pretty much written off because of what I thought they would say. And none of that happened. So, I mean, it was really, really good. And I think that I'm going to stay in contact with them a lot more now, just because um, everything went so well. I mean, of course, they still called me, by my birth name and she and whatnot, but that's going to come in time. I'm not tripping off that at all because that is going to take some time. But the biggest thing is that initial reaction and the way that they still welcomed me in like I was not some kind of alien or weirdo or freak or whatever. Um, that feeling that they gave me meant the world to me, and I really love them and appreciate them for that. And I feel bad that I had all of these thoughts and preconceived notions of who I thought they were because they turned out to be a lot better than the side of the family that I had at that time more faith in. So, you know, that's kind of how it went. I just wanted to give a quick update on how all of that was, where I am, and all of that good stuff. Feel free, subscribe, leave comments, ask questions, and I'll talk with you guys later. Peace.